But let's get back into this Blazers situation. If you missed, we chatted a lot about this in the first hour, talking about the new contracts handed out to Toumani Camara and Shaedon Sharpe, who are both locked up on what seemed to be pretty team-friendly deals. But I want to use this opportunity to kind of chat about Joe Cronin and where we are with Joe Cronin. Look, I don't think Joe was in the most awesome position when he got the job. I think it was a tough spot to be in. Realizing you've got to build this team around a superstar that wants to win now, and then realizing that superstar wants out. I don't think that is an easy task for anybody to handle. But since then, he has found Toumani Camara, he has found Denny Avdia, he has drafted Shaedon Sharpe, Donovan Clingan, Young Hansen, and Scoot Henderson, okay? Mm-hmm. A young, in theory, core. He got a king's ransom for Damian Lillard, who now plays for his team again. Mm-hmm. And all points saying, I think Joe's done a really good job. And I think these contracts that he handed out kind of prove that. Whether they hit or not, we'll see. Like, does Shaedon go to where we think he can go? We'll find out. Mm-hmm. Does Scoot take that step when he gets healthy? We don't know. We'll find out. But I think as a GM, this is the route you need to go. And these are the risks and assets you need to gain and take to make sure that you put yourself in a position to win. Look, if Scoot and Shaedon and Clingan, let's just use those three, okay? Our future big three, as you can call it. Mm-hmm. If they don't hit, he will take the blame and he'll lose his job for it. But in a market like Portland, where it's hard to get free agents and it's hard to get guys to commit here long term, you're doing everything you can. And I tip my cap to Joe Cronin heavily, especially after these two contracts, because I love him.
Well, I mean, you take a look at all of the ancillary moves that could have been made, or not even ancillary, the different moves that could have been made with hindsight. Scoot Henderson, would Amen Thompson be better? Probably.
Would Brandon Miller be better?
Well, to be clear, like I firmly believe that if the Blazers were picking two, they would have taken Brandon Miller, because look at what they've built with this team. Mm-hmm. They like 6'8", 6'9" guys that can do stuff.
That's the truth.
Like, yeah.
Somebody told me, who would have thought the Blazers are good to go on the wing all of a sudden?
Yeah. It's all of a sudden, it's like, yeah. And for all the people who sit out there and say, you carry the Blazers water, you like Joe, blah, blah, blah. No, Joe's selfishly just doing the thing that I wanted them to do. They went from the least athletic, smallest team in the league to one of the biggest, most athletic teams in the league. Mm-hmm. Period, point blank. And like that's a huge, huge deal. Like
they're going to be a top defensive team in the league with the identity from their head coach, who is a defense guy. Talk about identity.
Yes,
and talk about identity all the time.
They have two giant centers in Young Hansen and Donovan Clingan.
Very raw.
But the idea of like what they want them to be and how they want to go about it. Denny and two are
Duncan Robinson, dare I say?
I mean.
Sorry, I'm just high on my own supply over
Denny
here.
And two and...
he has not been that good in Miami.
Yeah.
What?
Duncan Robinson.
Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
I understand.
Yeah.
Just not
Duncan
Robinson.
That was a good joke.
That was pretty good.
I liked it. He didn't follow.
No, I did. I was just... Yeah. We'll go with this.
Boo. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Two, Denny, Jeremy, like... multiple positional wings, like even picking later in the first round with Chris Murray, another like multi-positional, versatile wing. Scoot, unfortunately, with the hamstring, we don't get to see what he looks like. Shaedon was a big upswing. It very much looks and sounds like both the Blazers and Pelicans in that draft were looking at between Shaedon Sharpe and Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels is a very, very good defensive player. Offensively, it's tough. It's tough.
A little Toumani Camara.
Different, but yes, yeah. He's more disruptive, but not nearly as versatile, because two sizes makes him incredibly versatile. He's a guy who's literally guarded Jokic and Giannis and also every point guard in the league. It's very weird. But Shaedon's upside on offense is significantly higher than a guy like Dyson Daniels. And if you can split hairs again with Scoot versus Amen Thompson, nobody looked at Amen as being a guy over Scoot. Because as great as Amen is, and you talk about his athletic profile in a wing and defense and all those kind of things, Amen can't shoot. I mean, not in the sense of like, he's okay. Like, cannot shoot. So if you're...
And that is the last thing this Blazer team needs.
Especially at that point in time, you're like, oh, God, somebody has to be able to create and have gravity and do something with it and not just be a guy who gets down to the paint.
Now, as pointed out on the YouTube chat here, I think Scoot is still going to be a bust, but that is my only complaint. I don't know where I am with Scoot.
I don't think he's a bust.
I don't know where I am, is what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
to this listener's point, that's maybe the biggest I don't want to say mistake. That might be the biggest complaint about Joe Cronin is he's gotten everything right except the offense. Where is the offense? And that's the little bit of that's my only concern. But hell, I'll tell you what, man. You're in a small market like us with an NBA team, and that's like the only fish in town. To only have that complaint is pretty nice. Because let's go to the other side of town with our local team in the Timbers who cannot score goals and love giving them up. Like it's a tough world sometimes. And, that's the issues we have with the front office when it comes to the Timbers. If my only issue is can't find scoring, there is a ton of scoring in the NBA. They will figure that out. Maybe the answer is Shaden. Maybe that's the answer.
Sure.
Maybe Denny takes a step forward offensively. Donovan takes a step forward offensively. Maybe Scoot does hit, and that's where your offense comes mid-game. But I'll tell you what, if this team starts to play really, really well with these two guys locked up for the future and more draft picks, as someone else pointed out, really good potential picks in 28 and 29, then you might attract not a Kevin Durant, but maybe somebody like that. You might attract a vet that can score like that.
Well, forget attract. Remember, they still have those Bucks picks.
That is true. You can flip them for somebody.
Those are juicy. And, Giannis, his family moving back overseas and him hinting about playing overseas in Greece. It's like, if the Bucks suck all of a sudden.
Go get Giannis. I think it would be a really weird fit, but.
Well, no.
Do you want your picks back? We'll take Giannis.
He's not going to leave his two brothers behind in Milwaukee.
No,
okay, you can bring your brothers.
I'm talking about what if those picks all of a sudden skyrocket in value?
Oh, because they will. Because the Bucks are going to be bad.
Because they have nothing left.
Because
they paid everything.
There is no way Giannis is still on that team in 28, 29. And when Giannis is gone, whether he's in Greece or on the Warriors, it's not going to be pretty for them.
No.
So, and that's where I live. Outside of offense, kudos, Joe.
No,
well done.
This is where
as a
they're
Blazer fan, if I take my radio hat off and put my Blazer hat on, I'm pretty happy with you, bud.
You can pick and choose and which side you want to fall on certain things, whether it's Scoot, whether it's Shaden, whether it's drafting young Hansen. Like, that's the other thing is like, what if Hansen ends up being a dude? I know guys in the league that's talent evaluators or that are like, I told you this off air the other day. I had somebody come up to me and go, I think Young Hansen could be a guy.
It's awesome.
And it's a guy that I trust very much so in his talent evaluation. He's been a long time scout. And he was gushing over Hansen. And I was like, I don't think I've seen you do this over a guy in a long time. He's like, yeah, he's got some stuff. And so there's what was the post Neil O'Shea era of good luck.
Yeah,
there's no draft capital, there's no money, there's no young guys, there's nothing.
You think we hated the Neil O'Shea era? He didn't leave us much when he left.
No, yeah, I mean,
guys, move on.
Yeah, no, there was. Oh God, I forgot about that. Oh my God.
Really? I feel like I hear that drop every day.
I
in
know,
my
it's
life.
just tickles up my spine, and not the good kind. The path was very narrow.
Mm-hmm.
Now the path isn't wide open. You weren't the Oklahoma City Thunder. But the path is wider now.
Mm-hmm.
There are more branches that you can go out and be successful. And that's what you hope for with a young team. That's the hope.
As this texter points out, said it before and I'll say it again, give me a tough, scrappy, high energy team and I'll watch all day. I'm right there with you, man. I don't need my teams to be greatness. Hell, most of my teams are garbage. Like I've lived in a world where my sports fandom has never really seen the pinnacle. Okay, my team has been to 3 World Series in my lifetime, didn't win any of them. I watched the Timbers win an MLS Cup
but you
and
also
lose
watched
2 more.
3 World Series. That's not normal for most teams in the last 25 years.
2 of them we lost in Game 7.
Yeah. How does that
extra innings?
How does that make you feel?
Real terrible. I cried at both of them. I'm a Blazer fan. I was not alive when they won a title. I don't have an NFL team anymore because
you seem like you would be a Bills fan.
No, I was a Charger fan growing up.
I know, but I mean, like, you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, just like continuous.
Just searching for pain.
I'm a Liverpool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just look in terms of getting almost somewhere, and then be like, nope, just kidding.
I'm a Liverpool fan, and they've won a couple leagues, and that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And now they suck again. And I'm like, whoo, back to normal.
You are kind of Charlie Brown, aren't you?
Very much so, dude.
That ball just getting pulled out from underneath you.
Every single time, and I'm always running up to kick it. Congrats to Shaden Sharp and Tumani Kamara, as you will be Blazers for many moons to come. And kudos to Joe Cronin on a job well done, in my opinion. A job well done.